Hello there. I don't know whether to say good morning or good afternoon, but what I know is that you took time from your busy schedule to watch this video. Thank you very much for supporting me by watching this video. But you can do more when you watch this video. You can subscribe into my channel, you can hit the bell, and you can also share this video with other guys who might be interested in matters rumba. Now, this channel we talk and focus mainly on rumba music and rumba musicians from Africa, and so far we have done some analysis. We have done some analysis about Kavasha. The video I did about Kavasha is on this channel. Maybe after you are done watching this, you can watch that one, where I have posted on this channel interviews I did with the respectable rumba musicians. I did an interview with Varkis Kiamangana, and the video is on this channel. I did an interview with a guitarist from Orchestra Lipolipua. Yes, the one that replaced Santana Mongole in Orchestra Lipolipua, on this channel. And if you follow that interview, you will know the history of Lipolipua. The gentleman I'm talking about is Luswama Aspro. Now, last week I posted yet another interview I did with what I can say one of the best bass guitarists in rumba world. I'm talking about Nguma Lokito. The video is on this channel. Soon I'm going to post interviews I did with Bileko Juna Mumbafu, the Atalaku of Ampir Bakuba. That interview, I have it somewhere, but I'll post it on this channel. I'm going to post a video I did, an interview I did with Diblo Dibala. Yes, Diblo Dibala, the machine gun himself. Did you know that Diblo Dibala had a stint with the tpok jazz? If you didn't know, now stand by. I'll be posting that video anytime soon. Today, I've decided, let me now speak, focus on vocalists. Vocalists are those guys who interpret music. When songwriter has written a song, those are just lyrics. The lyrics are supposed to be put into music. That is when you start putting lyrics into music, now that is called composing. You put a melody in music, and that melody plus the lyrics, you give a vocalist. The work of a vocalist is to do song interpretation, to get them the feelings of the writer. Is it a sad song? Is it a happy song? He will take those lyrics and express those lyrics through his voice to us. And today, the two vocalists I'm going to talk about, one of them is Pepe Ndombe Opetum, one of the vocalists of OK Jazz. The other one is none other than Carlito Lassa Ndombasi. Carlito Lassa, as we speak now, he is a preacher, a televangelist. He saw the light, but before he saw the light, he used to entertain us in rumba music, those days of mid-80s to mid-90s, before he went abroad and saw the light. So let me start with Carlito Lassa. Carlito Lassa Ndombasi. I'm not going the nitty-gritties. I'm not going way back where he was born, where his father worked. No. I've just checked, and let me start in 1980. Carlito played in 1980, was among the musicians with sang with a band that was led by this gentleman known as Gerald Madiata. Those of you who know Madiata, I know as a fact, serious musicians went through Gerald Madiata's band, and if I'm not wrong, even What Am I sang with Madiata at one point. And also I've seen some videos on YouTube where Madiata is singing, and he is flanked on his side by Dr. Nico Kasanda, Wamikalai, and Dejon Mwamba. Yes, so Carlito played with the Madiata. And after playing with Magiata, this is 1980, at that time he was 16 years old. And after playing with Magiata for a short while, he went to play with orchestra Cheke Cheke Love. Cheke Cheke Love was led by this lady, the late Mpongo Love. Yes, the late Mpongo Love was the band leader of Cheke Cheke Love. At that time, Carlito Lassa was a young boy, 16 years old, and that was at that time the average age of musicians at that time. Those of you who follow Zaiko Langalanga, the early members of Zaiko Langalanga, I'm talking about Papa Wemba, I'm talking about Nyoka Longo, Pepe Felima Nwaku, their age was around 16, 17 years. And if you check also Dr. Nico and his brother Dejo Mwamba, the likes of Tabule, the average age was 16, 17 years. Why? Because at that time, school was not one of the priorities for some of the musicians at that time. But today, the average age can be 25, 24, mid-20s, because priority number one is going to school and music can come after school. So at that time, after Cheke Cheke Love, this gentleman by the name Carlito Lassa decided to go to Isiro. Isiro is another province from Kinshasa. Moved to Isiro. At that time, moving to Isiro, he wanted to. There was some guitarists who wanted to form a group, and I can only remember two guys that formed that group. I don't remember the name of the group, but one of the guitarists was called Sobenjo. He was a solo guitarist. Another one was called Luis Django. This Luis Django was a bass guitarist with Afresa International. Plus Carlito, they went to Isiro in much interior of Congo, and there they started a group performing in nightclubs. When they were performing in nightclubs, they stayed there for 3 years. Carlito stayed there for 3 years because he liked Isiro very much. For 3 years between 1980 and 1983. In 1983, he came back to Kinshasa. Well, before studying music, starting to sing music, Carlito Lassa, he always dreamt of singing in 2 groups. He dreamt of 2 groups. One of the group is Afresa International with Tabule. The other one is OK Jazz. Yes, like any other person. So 1983, when he moved to Kinshasa, he joined Zaiko Langalanga. And when he joined Zaiko Langalanga, at that time, this is around 1983, Zaiko Langalanga were in the process of recording the Oka album. And Carlito Lassa was part of the musicians that were rehearsing to go and record in the Oka album. But like any other orchestra, founder members don't entertain the so-called outsiders, the so-called people joining them. So Carlito Lassa with Zaiko Langalanga, he was not given the first priority. The first priority was given to the founder members of Zaiko. But while they were rehearsing, during the rehearsal, his voice caught the ears of this gentleman. Yes, the gentleman known as Celebijo. Celebijo at that time had left OK Jazz. He was doing his solo career. Celebijo is a songwriter, song composer, and a bass guitarist. And some of the songs he composed while he was in OK Jazz, you remember songs like Georgette, the song that was sung in 1971. Oh, Georgette moke, na yebi mama, bo mwana, eko sala yo. Bo na yebi olinga, na monaka. I've forgotten the lyrics, but the vocalists in that song were Franco and Yulu Mabiala, somehow Lola Sheken and Michelle Boybanda assisted in singing that song 1971. Another song he composed in OK Jazz, I'm talking about Celebijo here. It is a song called Mokolo ya Pasi. He also composed a song called Mado. That is Celebijo's compositions in OK Jazz. He also composed songs for Varkis Kiamwangana. One of the songs he composed for Varkis is Mwanamburu. Yes, Mwanamburu, Celebijo. So Celebijo had the voice of Carlito. He was like, I know the voices of Zaiko Langalanga because Zaiko were rehearsing in a house neighbor that was neighboring the residence of Celebijo. So he made an effort to call this guy Carlito, and he asked him, who are you and where did you come from? Carlito introduced himself, and Celebijo told him that, you know what, you have a nice voice, and I would wish to work with you. What do you think? Carlito agreed because in Zaiko Langalanga, he was not being given time or space to breathe musically. So he started working with Celebijo. And I can say this as a fact, that Celebijo is the guy who discovered Carlito Lassa, and were it not for Celebijo Bichumani Francis, I don't think Carlito Lassa would have reached the heights he reached when it came to music. So Celebijo introduced Carlito to Lepoetu Lutumba Simaro Masia. And Simaro Masia told Carlito that you have a nice voice, yes, but for now I've got nothing for you. But when I'll have something, definitely I know where to find you. Yes, because Carlito had not sung anywhere, and these are seasoned musicians. They didn't want to gamble, and so he started working. He continued working hand in hand with Celebijo. Celebijo took him to Brazzaville for musical tours in Brazzaville. There he bumped into Yulu Mabiala. At that time, Yulu Mabiala also had left OK Jazz. He was doing his own musical business in Congo, Brazzaville. And Yulu Mabiala immediately invited Carlito to join his group in Congo, Brazzaville. But yes, Carlito Lassa at that time, he was entertaining the fact of joining Yulu Mabiala. But he needed some guidance. Celebijo told him, yes, I know Yulu Mabiala is a good guy. He's a singer. He has made success in music, both in OK Jazz, both in Kinshasa, and now Brazzaville. But young man, for you to grow musically, you're a vocalist. Don't go to a band that is led by a vocalist, because a vocalist as your band leader, there will be stupid or unnecessary rivalry between you guys. The best person for you to work with if you want to grow musically is a guitarist. Yeah. So Carlito turned down Yulu Mabiala's offer to work for him in his group. They went back to Kinshasa with Celebijo. At that time, Celebijo was writing songs, composing songs, and selling the songs to Studio Veve, that was owned by the late Varkis Kiamangwana, was Zalanzimbu. And in Studio Veve, one day they went to record in Studio Veve, and Varkis heard the recording. He asked his producer, wow, is that Celebijo? Yeah. And I'm hearing a strange voice. Which voice is that? The producer in the Studio Veve told Veve, yeah, it's a new boy that Celebijo has recruited. So Varkis, in an effort to see the boy that sang that song, I'm yet to remember the song they recorded in Studio Veve, he told the producer, can you call Yulu back and tell him, of course a lie, and tell him that the recording you didn't come out perfectly, so the boss wants you to record again. Varkis wanted to see this boy. So Yulu came the following day with his members. Celebijo came the following day with his members, and they started recording. At this time, now Varkis, the chief producer of Veve Studios, is observing, and then he told Carlito Lassa, I want you to be part of Studio Veve. Carlito agreed. He started working with the Studio Veve. Now the songs they recorded in Studio Veve were getting airplay on radios. So the name Carlito is everywhere. Everybody's asking, who is this Carlito guy? That's when Lutumba Simaro now realized that young boy that Celebijo brought to me, he is gold. He is gold. I need that gold. Lutumba called Carlito Lassa and gave him songs to do what? To sing. The songs that Lutumba gave Carlito Lassa are the songs that we danced in 1980s, mid-1980s and 1990s up today. The song I'm talking about is the song Maya. Oh Maya. Oh Maya mon amour. Yoka mongongo mozali kobele la yo na kati ya butu. Yes, that is the intro that this guy gave us in the song Maya. Another song that Carlito was given by Lutumba Simaro was a song called Affaire Kitikwale. Ditambwe tata yelanga linda ndana yo kiposa yako emba. Yes, Affaire Kitikwala. There's another song called Chala in the same album. There's another song called Keba Nabasia Bato. Those songs were instant hits, and Carlito at that time was not prepared for the celebrity status he got from those songs. He became rich. He became a man on demand. That time Zaiko Langalanga, Lutumba Simaro and Okejaz were performing at this club called Fubul in Kinshasa. Zaiko would come and plead with Carlito, come and join Zaiko. And Carlito was, no, it's too late. You know, Carlito told Nyoka Longo that, you know what, man? You don't know the value of somebody when you are with that somebody. When he leaves, when he or she leaves, is when you realize that, Kumbole alikuwa mtu mzuri sana. So he decided to remain with Okejaz. And in Okejaz, at that time, Franco was not there. Franco was in Europe. Franco was in Europe with a section of musicians in Europe. And in Europe, Franco in Europe, he was with Madilu System. He was with the Dalien Sentesa. He was with the Joski Kiambukuta. In Europe, Franco, he needed one more vocalist. So they sent Meki Wakana to join Franco with some of the Okejaz musicians in Europe. We didn't have YouTube, we didn't have Instagram, we didn't have www.yahoo.com. So, but people bought music. People bought not CDs, LPs. People bought cassettes. So guys went to Franco with the cassette. Now listen to this. Fresh from Kinshasa. This is Okejaz by the one that you left behind, in Kinshasa. And Kinshasa is shaking. Mzee Luambo. Kinshasa, Okejaz is trembling. Serious questions are being asked. The music of Okejaz is changing. You have removed the guitar of Franco in Okejaz. People are asking, where is the Franco's guitar in Okejaz? And the people responsible for changing the style of Okejaz in Kinshasa as a solo guitarist, because the guitar Franco was there. In that album of Maya, Affaire Kitikwala, Kebanabasi Abato, and Chala, guitarists were Thierry Mantwika and Monswet Nedul, a.k.a. Papa Noel. On rhythm guitar was Simaro Masia. So they didn't play the Franco guitar. They played the guitar style, or their own style. So people are asking, does it mean that Franco has left Okejaz? Does it mean that Lutumba has formed another group? Because the music of Okejaz, it must have the guitar of Franco in it. While in Europe, Franco, as a solo guitarist, was there, and another solo guitarist was Jerry Dialungana, in Europe, and Jeje Mangaya. They were in Europe. Yes, I'll mention to you some of the musicians that vocalists that Carlito found in Okejaz. Now, at this time, it is true, yes, at some point between 1983 to 1985, Simaro was in charge of a section of Okejaz in Kinshasa, and Franco had another section of Okejaz in Europe. Yes. Let me continue. When Carlito joined Okejaz, he found Dennis Bonyeme, Jojo Ikomo, Lokombental, Lola Sheken, Eimeki Wakana. Those are the vocalists he found in OK Jazz. The second voice in OK Jazz at that time when he came, it was Lola Sheken and Jojo Ikomo. The first voice when he joined, it was Dennis Bonyeme, him, Carlito Lassa, Eimeki Wakana, and Lokombental. And I said earlier, Lokombental went to join Joski Kiambukuta, Dalian Sintesa, and him, Eimeki Wakana, in Europe. The guitarist in Europe, I said earlier, was Franco Jeje Mangaya. Yes, I've forgotten the other name. So that is the situation that was, musically speaking, when he joined OK Jazz. Now, at this time, this guy has not seen Franco. He, like any other person, he has heard of Franco on radio. He admires Franco on radio, but he has never seen Franco. So Franco came back in 1985. And when he came back in 1985, he didn't ask Lutumba what was happening. No, before Franco came back in 1985, within OK Jazz, Papa Noel Monsouet Nedjil also had some ideas of doing an album. And he found the right voice for that album. After the album of Maya, Papa Noel had written composed songs that included Bon Samaritain, Bellamy, Sisika, Sheri Moke. So this guy, Papa Noel said, no. After you are done with the Cimaros album, come and do mine. They went to Congo, Brazzaville. These albums, both Maya album and the Bon Samaritain album by Papa Noel, were recorded in Brazzaville IAD studios. So they went to Brazzaville. They recorded another album that was album Yake Nani, Papa Noel. So you know the story. Now, Franco was not happy with Papa Noel. But people asked, why double standards? Because Simaro has his own album in OK Jazz. Papa Noel has his own album. Why are you so mad with Papa Noel's album? And he also gave an order that the Papa Noel songs should not perform the songs while in live performances. But you know what? You can silence musicians, but you can't silence music. When customers come, when revelers come and request for a song, you have to play it. So Franco at one point gave in and allowed Papa Noel songs to be performed by OK Jazz. So when Franco came, 1985, he summoned every musician, both the ones that remained in Kinshasa and the one he was with in Europe, to come and start rehearsing for the new album that he was new songs he was preparing. And they started rehearsing. That is the year that they were rehearsing the song Mario. Yes. And the song Mario was not recorded in Kinshasa. The song Mario was recorded in Gabon. And in Gabon, the song Mario was recorded in studio Mademba Studios in Gabon. That studio was owned by General Asli in Gabon. They recorded 2 discs. One disc had Mario, the first version. The other disc had Mario, the second version. The first version of Mario disc, on side A had Mario. On side B had 2 songs. One, Ekotianzube, the only composition I know of Carlito Lassa in OK Jazz. And the other song was a song composed by Denis Bonyeme. I've forgotten the title of that second song. The second disc they recorded in Gabon had the second version of Mario and had songs. On the other side had a song by Jojo Ikomo and a song by Lokombe Ntal. Yes, Franco was happy with everybody, be it Carlito, be it everybody. He was happy with them. There was no problem. Now you will realize between the period of 1983 to 1985, the period I'm talking about, there's some names missing in this period I've mentioned. The name like Pepe Ndombe appears nowhere in the songs. The name of Diato Lukoki, the name of John Poi, and Samangwana. Samangwana had left and went to West Africa. But no, before he went to West Africa, this is the time when Samangwana, Ndombo Petom, Diatho Lukoki, Jean Paul had their own group known as Tiers Monde Corporation. Tiers Monde Corporation. So they gave us songs like Boayo, Mwasi Alembelenga Mafuta Boayo, Abanga Kate Mobile. Yeah, I know that song, but I've forgotten. But if you follow that song, had the rhythm guitar like that of Fotia Komersa. So those guys were not there. There's no way Ndombe Petum's voice is in Mario's song. There's no way Jean Paul's song is in Mario's song. But they had their own group called Orchestra Tiers Monde. When Mangwana left them, when he left Tiers Monde Corporation, which they formed Mangwana, Ndombe, Empopoloai, he went to West Africa. It was called the Tiers Monde Revolution. That's when it became a revolution, is when now Diatho and the Jean Paul came, and Nana Akumu, our lady Nana Akumu, the one who sang, who gave backup vocals in the song Masu, the song Flora Infirme Difficile, together with the Baniel Bambo, and you know her, Jolie Data. That is it. So a problem started between Carlito and Franco, because Franco wanted full loyalty to OK Jazz. Carlito will go and provide his voices to other groups, either in public performance or in recording, especially in the Veve Orchestra and Jabokelo. But what Carlito came to learn later is that Franco had had no problem with him doing what you call nzongzing, moonlighting for other groups, but he had a problem with you going to moonlight for his major opponent. When he went to do with the Varkis, he continued doing with the Varkis, and Jabokelo is when now Franco started sidelining him, and this time now he decided now to leave OK Jazz, and he went and joined a group known as Shock Stars that was led by Ben Nyamabo. The Ben Nyamabo, a businessman, somebody who liked music. He is the first person to import leather products in Kinshasa. In fact, he had his own leather shop called Lescarpa Uomo Vero Cuyo. And in Shock Stars, this group is the group that all the stars that left serious bands ended up in his group called Shock Stars. Members who left Langa Langa Stars ended up in Shock Stars. Members, Jolie Data, after leaving OK Jazz, ended up in Shock Stars. Nzaya Nzayadio, after leaving Lipwa Lipwa, ended up in Shock Stars. Now Carlito also ended up in Shock Stars. After Shock Stars, Carlito went to Europe, where he is now a preacher, born again. He preaches and also sings music, but gospel rumba. He sings very nice gospel rumba. Even Cindy, the one who sings with Kofi Olomide, before going to Kofi, she was a vocalist or a member of the group that Carlito Lassa leads when it comes to sing. Even in his group as we speak, the daughter of the late Marie Misamo sings in that group. I hope I've tried my best to bring you the true picture of Carlito Lassa Ndombasi. Remember to subscribe on my YouTube channel, hit the bell, share this link, and continue supporting us as we do more research and we bring you more profile of our rumba musicians. And of course, if you want to reach me, we have our YouTube, our social media handles on the screen. You can do that. You can also watch other videos. I'm your host, Simeon Ufumo, and I say adios, amigos. Thank you.